Hi friends, it's Thursday. And I think that during this past week, both Brad and I have each been talking about prayer. And that kind of made me laugh because we don't always do everything at the same time or in the same way. I was thinking that perhaps what's happening is that we each are feeling the need to kind of ground ourselves in prayer with the realization that this coronavirus experience is not going to go away quickly. And so as we ground ourselves and kind of gird our loins for this continuing to unfold, but this ongoing crisis that's not being resolved quickly, I think prayer for each of us is probably the way to do that. So I wanted to share first a brief quote from a woman named Anna Moe, who I think is from the Church of the Brethren in the late 1800s. She wrote, "There is a legend about a woman who prayed to God for patience. In answer, she received nothing but trouble. She then said to the Lord, 'I did not pray for trouble, I prayed for patience.' The Lord answered her, 'How else will you learn patience, or even know you have it?' Growing in the love of God with its accompanying joy and peace is possible only as we let that love be tested by the hard things of life. And so the love bears the fruit of even-tempered patience, kindness, and goodness." In this time of coronavirus, we are being called upon to exercise the muscles of patience and courage. And I believe that they are in fact like muscles, that patience grows with resistance training, right? How do we grow a muscle? We push against the muscle and then it stretches and then it grows. We don't grow muscles by sitting still, right? We grow muscles by sweating. I think that's the same thing that's true with patience and with courage, that we don't have them, we grow them. And so that really certainly is Brad's and my prayer for each of you, that in this time we are praying for you and for ourselves, that we would have both patience and courage in these next weeks and months. It actually seems like years ago, but probably about 8 weeks ago, I shared a prayer with you that I like very much from Ephesians 3, where Paul's praying for his friends and asking that God would fill them to know the height and depth and length and breadth of the love of God in Christ Jesus. There's another prayer in the scriptures that I like very much as well. It's from Colossians 1. And so I'd like to share this passage from Colossians 1 with you. It's really our prayer for you in these weeks and months that are facing us. "Since the day we have heard about you, we have not stopped praying for you, asking for you to be filled with the knowledge of God's will with all wisdom and spiritual understanding. We're praying this so that you can live lives that are worthy of the Lord and pleasing to God in every way, by producing fruit in every good work and growing in the knowledge of God, by being strengthened through God's glorious might, so that you may endure everything and have patience, and by giving thanks with joy." That prayer is so beautiful because in it, he's asking that you would be filled with the knowledge of God, live lives that are pleasing to God, lives that produce fruit, and that you would be strengthened and endure everything. This is a time of endurance, that you would have patience. This is a time for patience, and that you would be able to give thanks with joy. And so that's our prayer for you. And we'll be keeping you in prayer. You keep us in prayer as well. And we'll talk to you soon. Take good care.